Welcome to CIAC's Glory Days podcast. I'm your host, Jada Maribel, and today I'm joined by the 2023 CIAC Class S Girls Field Hockey Champions, North Branford High School. I am joined by legendary head coach Babby Nuhn,
Thank you, Jada.
Senior Sam Ferraro, and Senior Captain Lily Ardito. Thanks so much for joining me on the podcast today.
We're delighted that you have invited us and having this opportunity.
Thank you. I'm very excited to share your story. So, North Branford has been champions for 3 years in a row now. What an accomplishment that is. What strategy do you think led to those 3 back-to-back state championships?
It was really teamwork and gelling together and working on things that didn't really work in past years and making sure that they work every year. And it really came down to the teamwork aspect and kind of just working together and making sure we gel together and working on, just helping each other and supporting each other.
So that's what really went into making that perfect season. You guys were 22-0 last year.
Yeah.
That's great. So it was that teamwork that really helped.
Yeah.
So as the current reigning Class S champions, if you had to share a piece of advice to fellow athletes and fellow coaches, what would it be?
I would say put in those extra hours as athletes. Obviously, practice might be like 2 to 3 hours, but putting that extra hour in will help you big time. And for coaches, I feel like always making sure that team is united and together. Like, you don't want any drama or any rivalry between your team. It will break you guys apart.
Yes, absolutely. So, Coach Nuhn, you are a legendary field hockey coach, earning many high honors throughout your career. Most recently, earning a spot in the National Field Hockey Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Thank you. I'm honored, and wouldn't have happened without some of our coaches putting together some of the statistics and everything else. So a shout out. And that's what it's about. You surround yourself with excellence as teammates, as parents, as the community and coworkers. We have an unbelievable staff. Trust me, it's not one person. We have 6 coaches out there, including Kathy Galdenzi, Cheryl Torino, Yvonne Malicki-Boatman, Lori Connolly, Sabrina Lemaire, and that we're all together trying to mold our team and work together. We all have different personalities, but it's all because of everyone's input and their student athletes' willingness to listen to each of us, what we can contribute. So it's a team, it's a family, and that's our whole goal.
So besides that excellent support staff, what else do you think has made you such an impactful coach?
I just believe when I was a student athlete, yes, a lot of years ago, but I still maintain the same things. It's that discipline, it's the work ethic, and if you believe in it, you just keep reinforcing it. And students like Sam and Lily and her 4 other awesome seniors really understand the importance of that unity they talk about, how to be together, and the extra hard work. It should pay off. It doesn't always, because you have a little bit of luck in there, but we believe in all of our work as a family, as a unity, and as a group working together, just like a family does.
So besides that family aspect, what other key values do you try to instill within your program?
They can probably help me out. Honestly, I do instill academics. I believe in the commitment, the C's, commitment, character, to be honest and to be forthright, giving back to the community. And, it's more than just playing field hockey. It's more than a stick and a ball. It's whatever sport or activity you're involved with. You have to have some passion. You have to have some desire. You have to have fun. You have to really learn to work together. So those are the things that make it together. But it is because of the family. Like a family works together, and then a family has some disagreements. A family has to learn to work through these other obstacles. It's not always just nice and easy. And that's okay. Families work through it. We have unconditional love within our ranks as student athletes, whether freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and the coaching staff. So.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's bigger than sport.
Much bigger. The sport is just the means to get to the bigger picture. My goal is not to make them Olympians. My goal is to help to develop them with their parents, with their community, with the school, and make them great young women, proud of themselves, and being able to accomplish anything. Okay?
That's a great coaching great coaching values you're instilling, because I feel like a lot of sports, sometimes you miss out on that. And it's more about making them to a well-rounded individual than just a great athlete. So those are life skills you're teaching. That's great.
Thanks, Jada. That is our important goal. And I'm hoping Sam and Lily and their other seniors, I have to give a shout out. Do you want to shout out your seniors?
Sure. We have 4 other amazing seniors: Olivia Schmidt, Joanna Lamont, Riley Cole, and Daytona Kaminsky. They are, I don't even have words, like, they're amazing. Like, and we're all really close to. They're all really good friends. They're all amazing people and amazing players too.
Yeah, you all seem like a close-knit bunch, which is very nice.
Yeah, we're all friends.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We all grew up with each other since middle school. So.
Oh, really? Have you been playing field hockey together for a long time, or?
Yes, all 6 seniors, including us too. We've all been playing since 6th grade.
Wow.
All on the same team, and we've been through everything together at this point.
Yeah, that really helps create that bond out there.
Yeah, it does.
So my last question about your coaching career is, how has your coaching stood the test of time? Because you began in the 1970s, and I can imagine it's very different coaching athletes then than it is now in 2024.
The times they are changing. The analogy, I said, look at your phone right now, and it's different. It's antiquated after 1 year, and I don't care if you're an Android or an iPhone. You have to make those changes. But my core beliefs have not changed. I'm still in it. I would rather a young lady learn from their mistakes and become a stronger human being rather than cheat or lie or lose a game, because we can lose. It's okay. But we cannot lose the lesson. Most of the things we learn in life, wherever we're at, it's because we've learned it sometimes the hard way. And I'm an advocate of that. I'm a better coach today, not because I'm a good coach, because I've made so many mistakes over my career. And I share them. I share them all the time. I goofed. 3 years ago, I goofed. I goofed with our other coaches. All of our coaches are former student athletes at North Branford, too,
Wow.
which is, I think, a wonderful thing. And one from each decade, but we won't go there. Needless to say, that's what I want. To me, the difference between decades ago and today, I'm still teaching the typical skills and drills, etc. Even though I have changed the concepts and everything else, it's still the bigger picture that I'm very, very adamant in my heart. I want it to be, you're to the next generation. I'm doing this. I get my energy from them. I don't bring energy. I can't wait, because I can't wait to see them. And I can't wait to see our 2 freshmen. And we have 14 sophomores, and our awesome junior class, just a small group, because we've got 25 on our team. Each person has a role. They were all welcome. They all contribute. It's not just a senior dominant. It's not a coach dominant. It's a team, and it is part of the we.
It is we. You're all together
Yes.
making the accomplishments out there. Sounds like you've gained some really great wisdom throughout all of your years. So
I made a lot of mistakes. And
that's how you gain the wisdom.
I try to share them with lessons that we've learned, some hard ones, and some that we can keep growing.
You're learning from example. That's the best way to teach, right? So Lily and Sam, you are both 3-sport athletes. Lily, you are on the indoor track team as well as softball, and Sam, you are on the indoor track team as well as the girls lacrosse team. So what do you find is the best way to balance your education with a demanding schedule of athletics?
First thing I do is always get my homework done first. That's a big priority of mine. Either it's before practice, before we start practicing, or if it's after, right away when I get home. And another advice I also would like to give people is don't be afraid to ask for help. And a big part of our team is Babby always makes sure is that as upperclassmen, we help the underclassmen with classes we probably already took. And, we always are there to support each other. So don't be afraid to ask for help. There's always somebody there for you.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help. Coach Nuhn really emphasizes academics all the time. So if you're struggling in a class, go up to her, go up to any of the seniors, and you're like, I'm really struggling. And she will say, go ask the teacher for help. So I feel like the team kind of surrounds the academics really well. So that makes it easier to ask for help and easier to get everything done, especially with our busy schedule.
Yes, one of our main focuses here at CIAC is education-based athletics. So those are 2 great ways to help find that balance, because it could be hard. It's very demanding with practicing games every night. So it's always important to put education first.
Jade, if I could interject, and I'm appreciative of what Sam and Lily said, we're not phonies about this. They have a commitment as student athletes. Their academics come first. So if they miss a practice or a game, that's okay. If they need extra help, a tutor, it's true, Samuel say, we'll help to tutor them. And if they need anything academically, and the result is I think our students take their academics much more seriously during the season. And they do well. They set the tone as freshmen. They see the support. I don't just talk about something. I like to try to be about that. And it's not just an expression. I do believe in that. So if you're struggling, Sam is right. We'll get you somebody. Even off the team, we'll help you out no matter what. And the pride is at the end of the year, at the end of the marking period, we usually have 95%. We always have one person who's just didn't make honors or high honors. That's how high our academic is. Similar to her HK track team, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
Every
sure.
shootout, little,
Shout out to Chrissy
Yeah.
behind the camera and her HK track team. Yeah, it's very important to put that first because that helps you, whether it's college or the workforce after. It helps make you well-rounded, not just with athletics, but you have that education behind it. So heading to this new school year and fall season, how will you both help to lead the team as seniors? I know you've mentioned some different ways, but...
Well, first of all, we want to be very approachable because we had, what was the team last year? Like 35, 36 players. And it kind of was like the freshmen here, sophomores here, juniors here. It was kind of very different. But we want to be very approachable. And if anybody needs help, whether it's school, field hockey, like anything, to come and approach us. And we feel like if the players are more comfortable with us, it'll be easier to lead them because they'll have trust and confidence in us and support
Absolutely.
them too.
Did she cover it? She covered it all. Perfect. If you all had to choose one motto or one mantra for this next season, what would it be?
So every year we always have a word that our team agrees that we like to manifest upon. This year we chose united. And it's not just a word to us. It's basically what we want and how we want other people to see us. It's a way to encourage ourselves and also push ourselves. Like last year it was together. The year before was no regrets. And it's like put on back of our shirts, and we wear those shirts almost like every week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just to really push us and to really make that word true, you know.
Yeah, that goes along with what you were saying about being a family and being one unit and helping to lead the team. So let's talk about upcoming matchups. So what do you envision the season looking like? What games do you think are going to be the biggest challenges, and which ones are you most looking forward to?
Going back from like our freshman, even before, we've always had a good amount of teams that they're always a good game, like no matter what year. And we're really looking forward to play against Sacred Heart Academy because like last year it was our breast cancer game. So everyone was like all decked out in pink. It was so much fun. But every time we play them, both teams always bring it. It's so much fun because like the fans' energy is high, the sidelines, everyone's screaming. It's a really fun environment to be in. And then for our in-conference game, Old Saybrook is going to be a good matchup because the past 2 years we met them in the Shoreline Championship, and those were very high intensity games. It's just fun to play against a team that just is good and is just wanting to beat us and
Helps bring it to the next level for those
bring
games.
it definitely.
What do you guys think are going to be the biggest challenge or the ones you're most excited for?
I think the most challenging one will definitely be Stonington. We played against them twice in a row for, was it 3 times? Yeah, 3 times in the States. That's just like, that's insane, you know? So it's just, when we played against them, I remember it was my sophomore year. We lost against them during a regular season. It was 1-0. It was actually last quarter. And then we went against them during states and we beat them. So it's just constant like back and forth with them, and you know, it's just repeating for us. So, and it's not like a bad rivalry. It's like we give a competition for each other. So it's an exciting game to go to.
Those are always fun to play in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Coach,
Sorry, Jada, if you don't mind, you know, what I've also learned, and, you know, they highlighted a couple of different schools. You have to always want to try to beat that school out there. And I think every single school in the shoreline is going to be extremely competitive. And just to approach it each and every game with that same level of energy from our fans, from our team, the unity and everything else. And again, the shout out to Patsy Commercial, great coach at Adam Killingworth. We always had that rivalry too. And I think that's what has been established over some of the other coaches and student body, because they see each other during the summer at different leagues and different activities. So we'll be the team, but I know that this year the entire shoreline will be very, very competitive.
Sounds like it's going to be an exciting season. So what do you think these extremely successful past seasons not only say about the type of coach you are, but the type of athletes on your team?
They bring it all. They are committed. They're hardworking. Again, they are doing their academics. They're doing their social life. They're giving back to the community. They're involved with student council, blood drives, anything and everything in the school. The administration looks to the field hockey team so many times because they are usually the team who is willing to help out in any situation in the school. That's a kind of young woman that I would like to have represent our team. So they come with a whole bunch. They come with their academics. They come with their own values at home. Their work ethic is impeccable. And I think it's all the different components that make them the strong team that they are. Just like Sam said, if somebody's struggling, they'll help one another out, which also means if some players probably don't want to play for our field hockey team because I am strict, I am that disciplinarian. We do have curfew before a Saturday morning game. I have academic standards. And Jada, we are trying to keep the substance abuse down, to keep the suicide, to talk about these things. We're not one of those teams that doesn't address that. We had a lengthy discussion yesterday because it needs to be out there. We're not one to say, that happens over there, it can happen here. And we need to work together for those feelings and express those. But we are, as student athletes, and academics do come first, but we're there to the whole body, physically, mentally, and socially.
Those strict values and those standards help bring the best out, though, in students and teams, so.
I'm hoping so.
So I know you all had a perfect season in 2023, but heading into this next season, are there any areas of improvement that you're looking to focus on, or are you going to change anything?
Well, we did graduate 7 they were really good seniors last year. So we're just looking to fill those holes. But I feel like our team this year, we're just so united and we're so together that everybody will be supportive no matter who gets what spot, who gets where. And we're going to try to get back to where we were last year. I mean, every team, we have a target on our back and we've had a target on our back. So every team, they want to take North Branford down, but that's not going to stop us from going hard and going back to where we were. So.
Yes, and I know you just mentioned you lost a lot of senior players. What have you been doing throughout the summer or heading into this next season to help mesh the new players into the roles of veteran players?
So we've been recently trying to enhance the team chemistry. We've been going out for ice cream a lot.
Yeah.
And even though we're all about health, it's fine to take some sweet treats. But it's just really to get them together and feel comfortable with us. Because as an underclassman, I understand that they probably are very intimidated and really scared. Some didn't even touch the varsity field, who will be touching the varsity field even if they don't know it yet. But it also pushes them. It pushes them to become better and want that spot. And they do understand that it's not just going to be given. And how there is 14 sophomores, 2 freshmen who are going to want those 7 spots that left last year. And so we basically have been letting them know that we are here to help them and we give them advice as much as we can. And we make sure we all do the right thing.
Yeah, you have to put in that hard work to earn those spots. It's a highly competitive spot, especially on state championship teams. So what do you all think are the main keys to success for athletes, coaches, and teams?
I say the main key to success is really just talking to each other and letting each other know and help each other out. It's also really to for athletes, you have to put those extra works in. Like, even if you're getting 5 extra hits at the goal 5 minutes before you're stretching for practice, it really just benefits for people and coaches to emphasize that and to encourage your players to want to become better in a way.
Yeah, and then we also talk about like dedication and, like we said before, taking care of our bodies, everything like that. It all just plays into one big role, like dedication, commitment, community, family. So yeah.
Yes, makes you a better team.
Yes.
So this was the first summer where CIAC implemented the rule to practice now 2 days a week for 2 hours per session prior to your season. So how do you think that will help benefit your team and other teams for the upcoming season?
Basically, it gave a preview to the underclassmen of the commitment they are going to be needing for the season, especially this season with a lot of players lost. It's giving them an opportunity to work on things they probably needed to work on last year. It's extra work, and and it shows the players who really want it because they could have quit by now. As they're playing during summer, a lot of people are scared.
Yeah.
Having to go to practice instead of partying, maybe, So it just really shows the strength they have within themselves.
And like skills wise, it helped us because we got more touches on the ball, but also Nuhn really emphasizes family. So we do sister groups, and each senior chooses like 3, 4, or 5 other girls to have in their group, and they do everything together. We'll split up into drills together. So having more time together in the summer kind of helped us see, I got closer with this person. I never thought I would be close with this person. And like that during season will just bring us together more as a team. So like I became best friends with a freshman, and I was like, I don't know, like I'm never going to be friends with freshmen, but this is just going to bring us closer as a family. So, and it'll really help with help and support and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Those sister groups sound fun.
Yeah, they're really fun.
It's a nice way to get to know each other because
Yeah.
when you're in school, like you said, seniors are separated sometimes from the underclassmen. So you help to build those relationships. With
Yeah.
this.
You're absolutely right. For instance, tomorrow's the first day of the school year, and we already know these seniors will get together with all the underclass. What are you wearing? That's an important part. What kind of sneakers? What kind of shirt? What kind of whatever? And they know that each other's schedule so that they could see each other, helping the underclassmen with a new building or a new schedule or a new, wherever they have to go. And it's remarkable. I think they would recall their freshman year and just realize, oh my goodness, a senior said hi to me. And that's an important part. Just to feel that comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps the underclassmen make that adjustment, that transition into high school. So it makes them feel comfortable, which is nice. I think that's a great part of the new rule. So now we're going to head into some rapid questions. These are a surprise, so you just answer quick, whatever comes to your mind. That's it. All right, ready? Okay, Lily, pregame routine or superstition?
I have to put my right sock on before my left. I have to eat cucumbers with salt, and I have to listen to the Rocky theme song before every single game.
In that order?
Yes.
Okay,
In that order.
That is specific. I like that. Okay. Sam, favorite professional athlete?
I'm going to have to go with a guy. He's Tom Brady.
Okay, yes.
I've always been a Patriots girl. I think it's kind of cool how far and long he went with his profession. And even though when people told him to quit, he did not.
Yeah.
So that's who I look up to.
He does some great motivational speeches. I watched one the other day. Coach, favorite field to play at?
Well, I have to say it's certainly not ours. And I'm sorry to say that publicly, but we have a field issue at our school, similar to perhaps what you could relate to. I would have to say Weathersfield High School. It's a state championship field, and that's our goal, to be able to play at that facility, and it would be wonderful. But I also have to give a shout out. There's a company in town called the Sportsplex. They have an indoor dome. They have 4 outdoor facilities. Without this company, we would not be the team that we are. It gives us an opportunity to work on our skills, develop, because our grass field is really not conducive to developing the level of skills that this team has brought up. So without the Sportsplex, I'm sure our administration will hate me for this, but I have to be honest.
Sportsplex will like it. You gave them a nice shout out. So, okay, Lily, grass or turf?
Turf.
Turf. Sam, favorite sports memory?
Favorite sports memory? For field hockey, it would definitely be during middle school. where where we would continuously run a lot, but it would also make us laugh because we got to giggle around and listen to music. That's what I loved the most for middle school.
Those are the fun memories.
Yeah.
Coach, most memorable season?
My attitude is always the one that I'm in because it is the most important. I live in the moment. I learn from the past. I learn from yesterday. It's the expression, if you lean on yesterday, one eye on yesterday, one eye on tomorrow, you have a blurred vision of what's going on today. So I do believe in, I have to look for the future and I have to learn from my past, but I am very much into today. What can I do to make today a little bit better? I love life. I get up, I'm pretty psyched about doing something. I like doing things. So yeah, I like today. I love today.
That's beautiful. That's a great outlook to have. Okay, Lily, assists or goals?
Assists.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Coach, best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice is to be more open-minded, learn from others, be humble, be respectful. It's a combination. It's not just one word. I've learned so much from others to bring it in and realize life is about all of us. It's not an I. There's no I in team. And it's all that. The cliches are out there, but it's something we believe in. And I love the unity. So that's me for this year.
Yes.
It's today and it's unity.
That's great. Yeah, it's bigger than just the individual.
Yeah.
The bigger purpose.
Yes, dear.
Lily, favorite sport other than field hockey?
Indoor track.
Indoor track. I thought you were going to say softball. I just heard.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you committed to Lander University for field hockey,
I
right?
did, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's so
you.
exciting.
She knows about you.
Sam, what is one thing that you can't live without?
Oh, my dogs. I just love them all the time.
Coach, favorite thing about being a coach?
The opportunity to grow and learn different music. I should have had better kicks on than this, but learning and trying to adapt every year and every moment is new. So it's living in the moment. I love it. Loving it. And I believe in that womb to tomb learning. So I think that'll also tell me if I don't understand something on the computer or the video or whatever, I want to learn. I don't want always somebody to do it for me. I want to learn how to do it.
Adapt with the changing times.
Definitely.
Those are great answers. So lastly, on the Glory Days podcast, we always like to wrap up by asking our guests, what do you think the purpose of high school sports is?
I think the purpose of high school sports, it kind of is a guide to what you want to do in the future. Like, before I came to high school, I did not really take care of my body. Like, I didn't eat healthy. I barely worked out. And then I got to Coach Nuhn's team and I was like, wow, I can eat McDonald's every Friday and Saturday. I can't do this. I can't do that. So I think like the purpose of it is to help me, and when I get older, have good habits and teach people, especially because I want to be like you, like a podcast thing.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, and kind of just get the word out to people that you need to take care of yourself. And high school sports really shows how to take care of yourself.
Teaches you some structure.
Yeah.
And look, you got good practice with the podcast. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was my bad. It's also to have fun. People join sports to they feel like it has to be this commitment and you can't have fun at all, and it's just you have to take it so seriously. But at the end of the day, you will catch us dancing. We always have the speaker, and we'll always play the music. And we'll play fun and games. Like we have handball that Nuhn will let us play for as a warm up instead of stretching. And people might think that's crazy, but it's just fun. You don't want people to quit. You want people to memory. Oh my goodness. Remember these fun moments you had in high school. It's not going to last that long.
Yeah, those are the fun moments that you remember years later.
Yeah.
So, Coach, what do you think the purpose is?
You have to have fun. If you're not having fun, get out of here. Negative energy and no. Don't steal it. So if you have that bad day or whatever, just take a break. It's okay to get generated and get that energy going. But these girls will tell you, each of the years we didn't win state championships, we didn't win league championships, but we always competed. We always had a team that loved and respected one another. We had our alumni games from players from the mid-'70s as well as a graduate from this past year. And just to see them out there competing unbelievably well. And yes, the alumni beat us because of their desire just to try a little bit more. But that's what it's about. You want to have fun. You want to have a good memory. You didn't always get an A+ in every academic subject, but you hopefully had a teacher or a class that taught you some important information, but also the camaraderie that you had with some of your classmates. Some of those classes that were too easy, you didn't love it because it wasn't useful for you. But just look at podcasts. Look at the way that the new media, it's just amazing. And speaking of media, I love it, but get rid of some of it. They know that they're not supposed to be on the phone all the time. It's breaking us away. We're not having the communication skills, like looking one another in the eye or being able to communicate. And I'm very proud of all of our team because we do work on social skills, not social media, because that's wonderful, but it shouldn't just be the all answer. You need to work together as human beings with human beings.
No, I agree. That's what's important, especially when you're in the workforce. You need to be able to have those professional skills and be able to talk to people. I guess it's a generational difference. We grew up on technology, so
Yes.
we're used to being dialed in, but you got to be able to step back and make those connections, which you did throughout field hockey. You made all the alumni games. That sounds like fun. You get to know people, and then you have it throughout life. So that's what it's all about.
Thank you,
So
Jada.
thank you so much for joining me on the podcast. It was a great talk. You guys did awesome. And I wish you the best of luck in this upcoming season. And I hope you're able to come out with another championship title.
Thank you.
We embrace you. Thank you very much for this
thank you.
opportunity. And again, a shout out to the other most important person in the room here. Thanks, Christy.
Christy, the camera woman.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you to the CIAC. And because we know, obviously, it's an academic and athletic, and the cooperation with the CAS and CAD and the High School Coach Association. And I know that you are a collaborative group, and I do believe in it. And you know that I'm involved with other things. It's not about me. But I love what you do to all sports, all the arts that you're encompassing, the e-games, the robotics. It's not just about sports with the CIAC, and I love it. And I want to thank you and your whole staff for going in this new direction. So huge kudos to you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's
and
great to hear.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.